Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Under 10. Under 10 if he run. Kill.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out, 1st and 10. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready. Move ready. Turkey's the mark. Let's go one more.
This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
Here we go.
If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people. To him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Guys, it's game. Base. Let's go. 11. 45, 45, Mike, 45. Get up.
Watch the slats.
Deuce. Let it go.
Here's the 2nd year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Whip. 22. Watch the whip. 51's the mic, boys. 51. Hey, check.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Gun. 51, sub. Get up.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that will be incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Taken in at the 11. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play fake. Winston. Caught by Jones. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Watch out.
They'll run it here with Logan. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. He's got Evans. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. And that's the first connection, the number 1 overall pick at 2015, finding the number 7 pick at 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
Ready? Black 22.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. And this is caught by Evans. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19.
Ready? 425. 45.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get...
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
From the red zone now, Winston. And Winston lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. The big fella. He's at the 50. The 30. The 20. 10. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to
2nd and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman.
You better bring it.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Hey, Tuesday. 45. Mike,
6'6", bullet high.
Again, it'll be Freeman. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll come out in the pistol. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal.
Ready to that? 51.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part. The field and to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Ready. You ready? Mike is 59. Mike is 59. I got it. SOS.
On second down now, it's Logan. He's got the first down and more past midfield. 30, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. T.J. Logan, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A two-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The drive starts with a completion left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Got it. Let's go, D. 51, Mike.
Now Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
Ready, Mike 25. Mike 51. Not today, you are. Not today. Hey, South. Motion.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Ndamukong Suh has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Back. Kill. Check.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Space to maneuver at the 40. This complete to Jones. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Winston now. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Ready. Flag. What do you got? 45. Check tight.
Now a first down carry by Jones. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Chris Godwin, the former Penn Stater, should see an increase in action and production in 2019 with Adam Humphries and Deshaun Jackson gone from the team. 842 yards in 2018, second only to Mike Evans on the Buccaneers.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Here's Winston. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Go. Check the call. Go.
Ryan. Here's Sanu on the catch. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 43 yards. A first update now from Cleveland. And it's a big-time advantage for the Browns. They just scored again, pouring it on. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 35 on 2nd down. Ryan. Jones has it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 20-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Kendall Beckwith in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check 45 to Mike. I'm coming. 45 to Mike. 45. Watch the run. Slam. Switch. 20.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's going to go down again. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Matt Bryant, who spent 4 seasons in a Buccaneer uniform. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will knot us up at 10. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really started to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw is Winston. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. That one good for 26 and a first down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To throw, Winston. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. The Bucs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever. Here's Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Winston to throw for it on 4th. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And my goodness, this is incomplete. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what and the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
And it's third down.
45, 45, 45, come on, 45. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Let's go. Let's do it.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
You. Got it. Motion. 51 the mic, boy, 51. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. 21.
Throwing on second down, Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by Sean Bunting.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 37. Check.
Pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
And the Buccaneers first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
Throwing, Winston. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
First down, Buccaneers.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Mike 50. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Jameis now on 1st down. He completes it to Evans. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ready. Black 25. We got it.
He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To the air again with Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Ndamukong Suh racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
54. Hey, pick your game up. No.
Hey, right.
Check. Fresno.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Ready. Back 25. I got you, boy. Wait! Crunch!
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
That's good for Falcons. First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You must be. Space. 51's the mic. Sprint players.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A nice pickup there, 18 yards. First down, Falcons.
That's another Falcons first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Check. Gun. 51, Mike 51. Where did he sit on it? Shift. 54, stop.
Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Got it.
On 2nd and a yard, Ryan will set up the screen to Smith. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
59, ready. 125. Block 54. Here we go. Hey, South. If you kill it, motion me out. Space.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 14. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Ready. Hey, watch the slant. Alert flare. Hey, switch gears. Pick the edge. Hey, white.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. But now it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Space. 51's the mic. No chance. Hey, Mike 51. Here we go, D.
From the gun, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Nassib in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. The kick by Bryant is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. And that last field goal, number 400 for him in his NFL career. I don't know whether this will wind up a Hall of Fame career, but he's certainly been at the top of his profession for quite a while.
And that is without question, my man. One of the best kickers we've seen in the past decade or so. Big congratulations to him. Pretty nice round number.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Winston now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. This complete to Jones. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it with Jones. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Ready? Flag. You do that. You hold this.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Underneath, he's got Brait, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. Logan, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
From the gun, Winston. Evans has it left side. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Winston. Underneath, he's got Brait, and they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Elsewhere, they're into the fourth at FedEx Field. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign.
Gun. Roy.
To throw again on second down. Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Gun. Hey, wait.
Now Ryan. Jones has it. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been terrific so far. Taking it about the 16. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Undercross. Check. 51 to Mike.
Now Ryan on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Watch the curl. Hey, South. Get him. You got him. Alert 3. Wait. Let him go.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. Stocker's got it. Complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Luke Stocker. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Here's Bryant for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
From the 27, Winston. Complete to Jones. They'll get 5 on the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Forced out to, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Set. 10 logo. You get block me. You get 3. 218. 5.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
It's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 5.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game, his 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's Winston. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Jameis to throw it. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Winston on 4th down. He's got Evans. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Winston. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Winston to throw. That's caught by Howard. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it. And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Winston to throw for it on 4th. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Here's Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do, but they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Falcons, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.